Reflections about Clil microteaching. I would like to start by remarking that along the course we had the opportunity to learn about what is Clil, its implications for the teacher, the students, the schools, and the general curriculum, its advantages and disadvantages, and also the as an umbrella terms the approaches that are similar or are used um, along field. So for this micro teaching, I chose the three-dimensional shapes as a topic, and it was designed for one student that is currently on first grade. So for the positive aspects, were mainly two: the engagement and the participation. So a good engagement and participation were achieved by proper activation of previous knowledge and by prioritizing communication skills through questions and dialogues. So in the first part of the lesson, I made several questions about how was he feeling. So he drew the face of his feeling on the face of an emoji. And then I asked him about the topic, questions like, do you know what is a shape? Can you give me an example? At this school, he learned about two-dimensional shapes, a circle, triangle, square, but he didn't recognize three-dimensional shapes. So it was a little bit difficult to work with a new concept and a new topic, but we finally did it great. As an opportunity of improvement, I can say that I have to work in the balance between the usage of target language and mother language to make concept understandable. And this is based that we humans conceive the world through our mother tongue. It can be said that we think in our mother tongue. And as he ha- as he's just 6 years old, he is right now studying in a regular school, so he doesn't have a lot of vocabulary and a lot of time with English. So he was a bit hesitating, and I made usage of the mother tongue several times to explain concepts. And this is an aspect that I have to work with. So a possible solution is to ask the student to have a dictionary and not to directly translate for him. Because I made this along this session when he had a question or something like that, or he didn't recognize a term. I made several examples and also used synonyms, but he didn't understand, so I switched to Spanish just to him for to comprehend. For the unexpected outcomes, the first one is the lower language level. So on this aspect, one game that I designed needed to be translated by me due to the timer and the lack of a pause button. And it was an interactive game. He was excited to complete it. So I decided to translate it just to complete the task. And it was impossible to pause it. So I translated in real time. And in the second aspect was the cultural awareness of ancient cultures when talking about iconic buildings. And this is a positive outcome because on the culture contextualization and the um, work on the awareness of different cultures at this age, I use an example for the pyramid based on the Egyptian pyramid. and he was excited because he know a little bit about it. He already saw it in social sciences at the school, and he also saw cartoons about it. So he talked too much about it, and he was excited to construct a pyramid that is here on the evidence, coloring on by using different colors the concepts that we learned along the sessions. So I can say that the I would like to implement Clil along my sessions and my career because it's an approach that takes in account um, concepts like globalization, different cultures, and also the usage or the implication of content as contextualization to give a real usage of the language, of the target language, that in this case is English. On this case, that English is so important, but it's seen just as an academic space, and it and students mostly don't have the opportunity to practice it. So Clil give them the opportunity and the space not just to think about grammar, but to think about the real implication that they can use the language to communicate their feelings, their objectives, and also to learn other concepts and to gain more proficiency and accuracy by using the language. So, for my practices, I can say that I will work on the balance between mother tongue and English, and also that I will work for making more plain sessions, because one of the implication of CLIL is that teacher should be aware of the content that is going to teach, and mostly because the content is uh, not not belongs to languages, but to maybe social sciences, biology, on this case maths. So I can say that teacher has a really hard work on studying this before teaching it, and uh, learning about vocabulary and concepts, and then he will have the practice to share this knowledge with the students. So I think this is the importance of CLIL on our micro teachings, on our teachings in general. So thank you very much.